Hello, Turkish students. Welcome to my tourism class at the school where I teach. Today we're talking about time zones. So I thought what better way to do it than to bring you to the apparatus that I use in class every day. Now, unfortunately, you won't be getting a colored map like this large one I have on my wall. What you do need to download is the one that looks like this. It comes from the textbook where there are no 50 shades of grey, but there are different shades to indicate the different time zones that we have. And of course, it all comes down to the globe. If we look at Earth, by now it's old news to you that the international timeline is at 0 degrees longitude, and it runs through the town of Greenwich in England. That's where it got its name from. So if you go to the west of us at 15 degrees intervals, you will get 12 lines towards the west, and the same from here if you go to the east, 12 lines, and that makes up 24 lines, which is of course a 24 hours difference. Now here I put it for you on a flat surface so you can see 0 degrees in the middle, and that is now of course the time at Greenwich. And here we have South Africa's time according to the 30 degrees longitude east, and the 15 degree intervals to the 180 degree, which is the same line which you will reach if you go 15 degrees to the west each time. So this line and this line is actually the same line, which is on the opposite side of the globe. Right. You'll see I have 3 clocks at the top indicating different times at international venues. We have Cape Town there in the middle. We are at the +2 timeline, which is 1-2 east of the international timeline. I picked Seoul, which is at this +9, so it's, in other words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours ahead of us. Now it's just after 9:30 in South Africa at the moment while I'm doing this recording, which means 10:30, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 7 hours later in Seoul. And in Panama, which is of course situated over here between North and South America, it is now 7 hours behind us. In other words, 7 hours earlier. So if we count backwards from 9:30, we get to 2:30 in the morning. Now, the trick is to remember whether to add or subtract when you go east or west from South Africa. Now, in Afrikaans, we have a saying, son sak in die weste, luiaard op sy beste. That's how the children remember which direction the earth is revolving. I asked an English colleague and she said the closest to that is lazy bones at his best when the sun sinks in the west. So that means, if we go back to the globe, if the sun sets in the west, then the earth is obviously turning this way. Which means if we come back to South Africa, here we are. If the sun sets in the west, it means it was already in the east. Another way to remember it, Mpumalanga, the province north of KwaZulu-Natal. Mpumalanga means land of the rising sun. So that's another way to remember that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. All right. So how are you going to use the map that you had to download? If a place is mentioned, you must find it on the map, and then you must go northwards to the grid at the top to see in which time zone it is. So, of course, the line of latitude has a name according to the degrees, but when we refer to time zones, we rather talk about the +2 or the +9 or the -5 to make it easier. So remember, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the -5, 6, 7, which is the other 2 hours, and in Seoul 7 hours, because 9 minus 2 is also 7-hour difference.